Hello, beautiful people out there. So, today we're going to be doing a book review about the third chapter in the Metaphysics books. Also, I would like to state that this is not a paid sponsorship. I have people in my family ask me if that book is paying me to promote it, and it's not. I just think that the information inside the book is life changing, and I would like for more people to have this information. I am not getting paid to promote the book. Um, so this third chapter was very interesting. This third chapter is called "What You Think Is What Will Happen." It goes into the law of polarity. It states that there isn't any wish that you cannot realize. It also states how negativity is based upon fear and positivity is based upon faith. And let me give you an example. So, positivity. When you want something to happen, for instance, um, you want to open your own business. You go and you do a business plan. You project how much the business is going to do in the first 2 or 3 years. You open the business, not really knowing how it's going to go for you, but you have faith that this business is going to do very well. You invest money in the business and you have faith in it. That's positive thinking. Now, negative thinking is for negative thinking, first of all, has a very impactful and forceful way with emotions with human beings. So, like, let's say that your boss walks in and starts talking to you about a mistake that you made, and he's very rude to you, yelling at you and saying, "Why did you do this mistake?" and just very rude, and it makes you upset. So then a few minutes later, you have to go and deal with a customer. So now you're talking to a customer in a very rude way too, bad attitude, because you're upset about what just happened with your boss. So then in turn, the customer now complains about you. So you already made a mistake. Now the customer is complaining about you. And then the customer goes home and tells his significant other about what happened at the store, calls family members, friends, and starts saying how rude the customer service agent was in the store. Do you see how this just started off with one small experience? Customer service agent and boss, all the way now, maybe about 25 people now know what happened with you, the customer. It has a trickling effect. So the law of polarity states how negative thoughts have a more impactful and forceful way, rather than positive thinking is more based upon belief and having faith that something's going to happen even though it's not being seen at the moment. Um, it also discusses how some people anticipate the negative. For instance, if something negative is going to happen to them, they say, "Oh," and when the negative thing happens, "I knew it. I knew that that was going to happen." They knew something negative was going to happen, so they're anticipating the negative instead of anticipating the positive. It also just states how knowledge destroys doubt. I really love that sentence. When I read it, I wrote it down, and knowledge does destroy doubt. A lot of negative thinking is based upon fear. So if you know something, um, right there, it kills the whole insecurity and the whole doubt. So then the chapter goes into the mechanics of thinking. It states how every mental image passes to our subconscious mind, and that mental images settle in our subconscious mind and it becomes a reflection. A reflection means an emotion. It also states how psychologists study the reflections to be able to control the behavior. Now, what is all of this meaning? Okay, so for example, let's say when in childhood, for the very first time you saw a bumblebee, And the bumblebee was flying around. Everyone got scared. Everyone's, oh my goodness, there's a bumblebee. They started running away from the bumblebee because nobody wanted to get stung by the bumblebee. So that image of the bumblebee, everyone running from the bumblebee, the fear factor, now that has been instilled in your subconscious mind. Every time you see a bumblebee, you get nervous, fearful. Now you're afraid of the bumblebee of stinging you. Um, so it discusses how every image has a reflection. So let's say that you went to the beach and you went walking on the beach and you you laid down on the beach and you started talking to this person, and that person ended up being your best friend. So now every time you have an image of the beach, it brings you a positive thought. It brings you a good emotion because you've met your best friend on the beach. Then the chapter goes into talking about vibration. Um, this this part of the chapter made me laugh a lot because I'm going to explain to you in just a minute. But vibration means that stated that the law of vibration is that everything, absolutely everything, has a vibration. Vibration is measured by velocity and by frequency. For example, um, it states that higher vibration dominates low vibration. So you're probably thinking, what does that mean exactly? Vibration. If vibration is more based upon energy, but everything, absolutely everything on this earth has if it's living, has an energy to it. The reason why I laugh is because when I speak to family members, I always say, oh, those two are in the same frequency. Oh, this person is not in my frequency at all. Meaning that not in my vibe, not in my vibration, not in the common way of thinking, doesn't really relate to how I think and how I operate myself. The book also states how people in higher frequency dominate people in lower frequency. Some people innately are born in a higher frequency. For instance, motivators who have the ability to motivate millions of people and influence them. Those people are born in a higher frequency. They have the ability to influence the collective thinking. Collective thinking is just the masses of people and how they commonly think. Um, Although if you're born in a low frequency, meaning that you think negatively, you you do things differently, you do have the ability to raise your frequency up and change that. It's just positive thinking. So that was pretty much chapter 3 in the book. By the way, my positive thinking is subscribers for my YouTube channel. I have finally reached 90 subscribers. It has not been easy getting subscribers. And I think I'm gonna buy a balloon for every zero I achieve with my subscribers. Meaning, so when I get 100 subscribers, I'm gonna buy one balloon. When I have 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna buy two balloons until until I get more subscribers. So if this is the first time you're seeing this channel, please feel free to subscribe, leave a comment down below, tell me what you think about this review. If you're interested in learning more about metaphysics, please feel free to buy the book. If you didn't like what I was saying or don't agree, feel free to comment down below. You know, I'm in America, free speech here is okay. You could say whatever you want to say. Um, and so next week we will be doing chapter 4, which is the last chapter of the book. The last chapter is about numerology. Me personally, I'm really not into numerology, but I will be discussing it just because it's inside this book. And maybe some of you might be interested in it. Thank you.